We of course saw your sister Huma giving you a shout out on social
Who's she?
media. Your sister?
Oh, okay. That girl, okay.
That girl.
Yeah.
A phase, a patch in your career when you were not happy with the kind of work that you were
Still,
getting.
I'm not very happy. But the creative line that we are in, we could have difference of opinion about something or the other. But having said that, I'm really, really grateful for what the show's given me. By just one sort of non-agreement on something shouldn't dampen that whole experience, right?
Absolutely.
So that's where I'm at. Yeah, I love these guys. They've given me a great part.
Before the release, I was speaking to Samantha, and she was.
How good is she? She's
Yeah.
like, that girl can
Yeah.
kick ass, and how? Like those action bits. Very thick with Sona Zaheer. I love Raj and Patra. These are people I pretty much hang out at least 2-3 times a week. और आपको तो exclusive दूंगा यार मैं. क्यों टेंशन ले रहे हो?
मुझे क्यों exclusive?
अरे आपको दूंगा. I like you now. You're like every other sibling. Yeah. मम्मी तो आपको पता है साकिब की गर्लफ्रेंड कौन है?
Hello everyone, welcome to Showsha. I am Titas Chowdhury in conversation with Saqib Saleem.
Very nice to meet you, Miss Chowdhury. How are you doing?
I'm
Belated
fine.
happy birthday.
Thank you. How are you?
Very well. Very, very, very well. And very happy and grateful for all the love that's coming my way. So, yes.
I'm sure. No, we are very happy for you. Saqib, I read this interview that you had given. I think this was back in 2015 or 16. And
I'm scared. What did I say?
No. It was, or maybe a couple of years after that. But you said that, I am somebody, I don't think twice before picking up the phone if I like a peer's performance.
Yes.
And I do it very often.
Yes.
And we saw the reception that, you have received post Citadel. Your colleagues are... the comment section is flooded with their love, with their appreciation. The tables have turned for good. How do you feel about that?
Ecstatic. Very, very happy. And extremely, extremely grateful. And humbled by all the love that's coming my way. And especially from people from within the business. Actors I look up to, actors I love and admire. When they call and they say lovely things, it's really nice, yeah. So I'm enjoying my happy phase. I wake up to lots of DMs, lots of long WhatsApp messages. So it's nice. It's a good feeling, yeah. It's a good feeling.
Good feeling. We of course saw your sister Huma giving you a shout out on social
Who's
media.
she?
Your sister?
Oh, okay. That girl, okay.
That girl.
Yeah.
She gave you a shout out on social media. Now see, abhi behan hai, pyar degi, wo to hai hi, but she's also a fabulous actor. And when this kind of appreciation comes from an actor of her caliber.
Oh, she's got insecure, yeah. That who the better actor in the family is now. No, I'm just joking.
I know. No, I'm just saying, when an actor of the caliber of her, she, hypes
So
you
firstly,
up.
I'm very, very inspired by her work.
Yeah.
And by her choices and by the kind of work she's been putting out. So if I just put the sister angle out of it and just see her as an actor, it's great to be appreciated by an actor of that caliber.
Yeah.
She just put out a post on Instagram, but the amount of messages I get from her every day on what she thinks and what she feels and how happy she is, it's very, very overwhelming and very nice. And when you see people just champion your work and go and talk to other circles about how lovely it is, it just gives you a lot more confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
And I think I'm very, very happy that I could give out a performance that she's so appreciative of.
Yeah. Did you binge watch it together?
Yeah, we saw it together.
How lovely.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
We also saw, recently Varun in a pap video saying that Saqib is the best thing about Citadel.
Varun's the most loveliest human in the world. It was very sweet of him to say that. He's a brother. We go back a long way. We've worked in Dishum together.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we are pretty much neighbors in Juhu. We first used to work out at the same gym. He's just a lovely guy who's filled with love. And it was, in a time when you hear these stories that other actors or whatever, other peers are trying to edit somebody's part out or whatever. Here's a man who's who's calling out my performance the best thing in a show that he's headlining. So that speaks volumes
Absolutely.
of him and the generosity he has and the kind of a person he is. So yes, this relationship that I have with him is also one of the major takeaways from this show.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go back in time. Tell me, how did Citadel happen to you?
Got a phone call from Mr. Chabra's office, Mukesh Chabra, that Raj and DK want to meet me. I said, I'm in the UK right now. I'm traveling. I'm shooting here something. So he's like, can we do a Zoom call? So I'm like, okay, tomorrow 2 o'clock Zoom call. I was very excited because I'd really enjoyed their work previously. And I'd gone and met them also once, saying, Arey, I would love to work with you with this. And then this call came about. I spoke to them. They narrated the whole script to me. They told me that we want you to play the antagonist of the show. And I'm like, yeah, this sounds too good to be true. And I'm like, why me? You right now, wherever you guys are, you can pick up the phone on anybody. Why me? It's like, because nobody's thought of you like that. And that for me was great validation that there are filmmakers who are trying to see you in a different light. And I just got on and we discussed what the character is going to be like, what the looks are going to be like. I told them I want to shave my head off, but they gave me the confidence it will look good. You know, we as actors say a lot of things, then we like, अरे मैंने ये बोल दिया, अभी मैं पूरे बाल मूंड लूंगा तो बहुत अजीब लगूंगा क्या? But I feel like they were very open and cooperative about the process. So yeah, very enjoyable experience working with them, with Varun, with Sam, KK sir, Sikku, everybody. I made some really good friends on this show.
That's lovely to hear. You know, at this stage, Saqib, in your career, do you still do auditions?
I wouldn't mind to if there's something I really want to do.
Okay.
The last thing I tested for that I eventually ended up doing was 83. I tested for it. I'm an actor, यार. मतलब जब मैं ऑडिशन दे रहा हूँ, मैं सिर्फ उनको थोड़ी बता रहा हूँ कि मैं कितना काबिल हूँ. मैं ये भी देख रहा हूँ ये मटेरियल के साथ मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ, किन लोगों के साथ मैं काम कर रहा हूँ. तो मैं भी अपना एक ऑडिशन ले रहा हूँ, बट ठीक है, वो उनके पास ज़्यादा अथॉरिटी होगी चॉइस की एंड दे वुड बी लाइक हमारे लिए वर्क कर रहे हैं नहीं कर रहे हैं. बट आई डोंट टेक इट लाइक दैट यार. मैं तो एक्टर हूँ, मेरा तो काम है एक्टिंग करना. मैं घर पे बैठे बैठे तो और अच्छा एक्टर नहीं बन जाऊंगा, काम करते करते बनूंगा. सो आई एम वेरी ओपन टू ऑल दीज थिंग्स. इफ देयर इज अ फिल्ममेकर आई रियली वांट टू वर्क विद, आई विल गो टू एनी एक्सटेंट टू make that guy believe I'm that character. Why not?
Have you done that?
Yeah.
Picked up a phone on a filmmaker saying, hey, I
Kabir
want to
Khan.
work with you.
I picked up the phone. I'm like, sir, you're making this film. I want to come see you. I went and completely did a sales pitch. I went and told him कि 83 वर्ल्ड कप में ये हुआ था, इस प्लेयर ने इतने रन बनाए थे, वो ऐसे आउट हुआ था, उसके बॉलिंग एक्शन ऐसे था, वो बलविंदर सिंह की इन स्विंग ऐसे हुई थी, 175 was not recorded. This, that. I gave him full. I'm a cricket fanatic. I've grown up on cricket and there was a film being made that was celebrating India's first big victory. How can I not be in that film?
And he was impressed?
And
bowled over?
And it was very interesting that he told me that you mind doing an audition and all. I'm like, not at all, sir. Tell me when, whatever. So he went and did the audition. In the evening they called. He's like, Kabir really liked it. Do you know how to play cricket? So of course I played state level cricket and all of those things, but I didn't tell Kabir that. I said let me not oversell.
I did not know this.
Let me not oversell my cricket.
Okay.
I haven't played in a couple of years. So they said, do you know how to play cricket? I'm like, yeah, I can play cricket and whatever. So I remember that morning at 7 o'clock I'd gone to the cricket ground. Kabir sir had come. There was Ballu sir, Balwinder Singh Sandhu, who was a head coach and erstwhile member of the 83 team. He was a head coach. And when I entered, and this is what Kabir sir tells me later, he's like, the moment you entered and you took out your batting pads from your kit, Balwinder Singh Sandhu looked at me and said, this boy is a cricketer. The way he entered and took out his pad just shows he's a cricketer. So they didn't tell me whatever. So the assistant coach at that point said, ki, I am going to bowl to you, you bat. So he bowled the first ball, I hit it out of the ground. So, so Ballu sir's like, हाँ, batting's done. Come, we'll do some bowling.
Right.
So bowled some 2-3 balls and they said, Arey, you play very well. What have you played? Then I told them, I've played some state level cricket and I've played under 19s from Delhi and Jammu and Kashmir. Like, why didn't you tell this to us earlier? I didn't want to oversell my cricket. I wanted to just tell you that I'm a fanatic and you should just take me for that. Cricket is a bonus. So yeah, that's how that film happened.
How beautifully everything fell into place now with that film.
Yeah. It was just one of the most surreal experiences I've ever had in my life.
Beautiful. So, since you brought up 83, there's 83, of course. There's now Citadel. Now these are two very big films, you know, Mount and a show. Sorry, that was a film. This is a show. But Saqib, you know, there was also you spoke about it, a phase, a patch in your career when you were not happy with the kind of work that you were
Still,
getting.
I'm not very happy.
Yeah, that's what I was getting into. Do you think things have changed?
Like,
slightly?
I'd like to change that statement. I am happy,
Okay.
but I'm not content.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That I'm very happy with the kind of filmmakers I'm getting to work with. I've just finished something with Sudhir Mishra, in fact. So I'm very happy with the kind of filmmakers I'm getting to work with. But it's not at the intensity I'd like.
Yeah.
I'd like it to be far more intense. Like, not just by sheer volume of work, but by the sheer quality of work. And I feel like, तो उसमें कहीं ना कहीं एक discontent है कि यार, should I be doing more? What kind of work should I be doing? Because sometimes na, I don't want people to feel like, arey, he just takes things too lightly. Because I don't. I take things very seriously. But you know what happens is that you don't create all the opportunities here.
Yeah.
You have to wait for the opportunities to come your way. And sometimes those opportunities that come your way are not the best opportunities, but those are the only opportunities you can choose from.
Yeah.
And I don't want to fall prey to that. That I don't want, because of lack of opportunity, I choose something that is not something I'd be proud of. So hence we started this production company where we're looking for kind of scripts that I want to do, Huma wants to do, or just films that we believe in. So yeah, the endeavor will always be just trying to find work for yourself. And I think that's the hustle I wake up for every day. Is it daunting? Yes, some days it's very daunting to be like, arey, how am I going to do this or that? But nobody said it's going to be easy. It was meant to be tough. So, and good things come to people who really work hard for them. And I'm happy to put in the hard yards. Yeah. What is the problem?
You know, what you said right now, Saqib, this is coming from a very matured Tarasha Hua Saqib. But this interview that I was referring to, you was relatively still young, probably finding your foot in the industry.
Still am.
Yeah, in a way.
We all
But
are.
I'm sure you didn't have the maturity to look at it that way, the way you're looking at it right now.
Of course.
How did you then deal with that kind of a frustration when you saw your colleagues doing perhaps better than you? How did you deal with that?
Oh, you had your days. You had your days where you lived in self-pity, कि मेरे साथ ही होता है. You did all of that. And then one day I was just sitting and I'm like, you can either keep crying about the opportunity to come to you, or you have to wake up every day to create an opportunity for yourself. Because nobody will create it for you. And that understanding came about 5 years ago.
Talking about taking things, what about those speculations recently surrounding Citadel? That
What speculations?
You perhaps you felt like you were not out there on the forefront promoting it.
You saw the trailer of the show?
I've seen the show.
Yeah, you've seen the show. You saw the trailer and you've seen the show.
Yeah.
And I feel like because I'd shot for it also, I knew the impact of my character, what my character was and what I had shot for. And I felt like that at point when all the promotional assets and everything was being put out, there was a certain narrative that everybody was wanting to take. And that narrative didn't include the impact of my character. And I feel like that if I would have gone for those events or wherever else what was happening, it would have been detrimental to the narrative that was being set out there. I would want to talk about my work when my work is out, when people have seen what I've done, rather than go and be part of something where I have to tell people that I'm in it. So that's just about it. So I thought I should sit this one out and wait for the show to come out. And today I'm sitting and talking to you when the show's out. So we can sit and talk about the show, about my performance. Otherwise, we are just shooting hoops in the air and we're like, oh, you were there. What are you doing? Rather than now that you've seen the show, now we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Just that. So I just wanted the work to talk. And that's why I said, ki, chalo, let's sit this one out here. I'm sure people involved have a plan as to what they are doing. And if this is the narrative they want to follow, then I want to let them follow the narrative. I'm very confident about what my part is. Let it come out and then we'll chat, and that's why we're here. I feel like that the line of work we are in, we all have to make choices every day.
Yeah.
And not all choices are in your favor.
Sure.
And matlab, bad blood or animosity are big words. But the creative line that we are in, we could have difference of opinion about something or the other. But having said that, I'm really, really grateful for what the show's given me. I don't want to sit here and be like, "Arey, mere saath galat hua." I'm saying it was for the greater good. The show had to come out the way it had to. And now when I meet people, they turn around and say, "Are you the surprise element of the show?" So that in a way is great validation. Maybe that was the plan. I don't know. But this is how it's played out. I have no bad blood for anybody.
Okay.
I have only love and respect for everybody. The whole shooting experience has been very, very enjoyable for me. So by just one sort of non-agreement on something shouldn't dampen that whole experience, right?
Absolutely.
So that's where I'm at. Yeah, I love these guys. They've given me a great part, a great role. I've loved the team that's behind it.
I was before the release, I was speaking to Samantha, and she was.
How good is she? How good is she in the show?
She's so. I was telling her it did not feel like she was having a tough time with the language at all.
What is that action she's done? That car sequence.
Exactly.
I spoke to her yesterday. We spoke. She called. She'd finished watching the show yesterday, and she had such lovely things to say about me. And I feel like she must be feeling, because she's saying nice things about me, I am saying nice things about her. But she was my mother's favorite actor in the show. She's like, that girl can kick ass, and how? Like those action bits are insane.
Fabulous,
yeah, those
fabulous.
Vanas that Raj and DK are famous for, those one long shot of action, and she's so good.
She
so
is.
good.
Absolutely. I agree with you, no?
Yeah.
And the fact that she was going through something like a physical ailment at that point of time.
Can I tell you one thing?
Yeah.
Not even one day she let that be the reason for any delay on set.
Yeah.
Not even one day. She was so good, yeah. Like I would be like, "Arey, somebody talk to her," but no, she was on point, yeah. She's like, "Okay, I've signed up for this. I'll come every day the time you call me, and I'll go at the time you want me to go." And she was very, very committed to it.
How inspiring, no?
Exactly. I'm like, why are you complaining, Saqib? Just be there. There's a person who's going through something, and she's not making that an excuse at all. So you have zero excuses. So very inspiring. Again, like I said, very, very inspiring. Everybody, Varun, Sam, KK sir, he's a legend. Me and Varun are fanboys. He would do a take and me and Varun would just look at each other कि इस level पे कब पहुंचेंगे हम यार? इतना finesse कब आएगा हमारे?
सच में ना, so effortless.
There's so much finesse. There's so much finesse in him. Like there's so many actors, I feel like, who take a pause because they've forgotten the line. There's so many actors. There are very few actors, and actors like KK Menon, जिनके pause में इतना वजन होता है ना कि you could feel it in the room कि ये pause ले रहा है, इसके अंदर क्या conflict चल रहा है. So yeah, very, very enjoyable and inspiring people I got to work with. Yeah.
How lovely to hear that, yeah. So lucky you guys are.
Fingers crossed, man. Matlab, I'm so happy and so glad that I got this on this set.
Yeah. Saqib, on a slightly different note, it's said that you cannot be friends with people in showbiz, but you guys have a very tight circle of friends. There's you, there's Huma, there's Sonakshi, Zaheer. And I remember the last time I spoke to you and Sonakshi during Kakuda promotions. And what do you have to say about that? How important is it to have this support system? And do you think that's really a myth that you cannot be friends with your peers?
You can be, yeah. Matlab, I am friends. I'm very, very thick with Sona Zaheer. I love Raj and Patra. These are people I pretty much hang out at least 2-3 times a week.
Yeah.
That we get together, have a meal at somebody's house, at Sona Zaheer's house or mine or Raj's. We get together and it's beautiful. Can I tell you, it feels like you have your own little army that's always behind you.
So sweet.
It's like that. Like the moment the reviews came out, everybody started putting out as if they were their reviews. Everybody's commenting, Arey Saku rocks, this, that, we love you, Saku. It's just very, and to get it from people you work with and you want to stay with, just to get that love from them is beautiful, yeah. So I keep telling Huma this. I'm like, we are very blessed, yeah, to have found a new set of family in Bombay. Like, we didn't grow up with these people. We weren't even friends with them till say about 10 years ago. And now we guys do all our holidays together, do all our dinners together. It's beautiful. So I'm very, very blessed to have all these people in my life.
Yeah, and you know, now that Sonakshi, Zaheer, they're married, is there
Happy for
this
them.
sense of FOMO कि मेरा कब शादी हो?
नहीं, मुझे ऐसी चीजों का बिल्कुल फोमो नहीं होता. मेरी किस्मत में जहाँ जब लिखी होगी तब वहाँ हो जाएगी. और आपको तो एक्सक्लूसिव दूंगा यार मैं. क्यों टेंशन ले रहे हो?
मुझे क्यों exclusive?
अरे आपको दूंगा. I like you now. I like you. I'll give you
अरे
exclusive.
thank you यार. Acha, tell me something. After you and Huma started staying together in Bombay, when you moved here for work, do you think that helped you become way closer than before?
100%. 100%. I feel like उससे पहले तो we were complaining about each other to our parents, na, कि अरे Huma, I saw her there, I don't know who she was with, or Saqib. Yeah, we were like every other sibling, yeah. मम्मी, आपको पता है Saqib की girlfriend कौन है? Like stuff like that we were quarreling and fighting about. Cut to this point now that we share everything together. So I think that's and Bombay is a major factor in that. That the city brought us together. We were both living separately, doing our own things. We would meet once a week, every Saturday, have coffee. And then we did that for about 6-7 months. And one week we were sitting having coffee, and I just looked at her and I'm like, you want to stay together or what? She's like, what? She's like, yeah, just stay together now, right? Matlab, why are we paying like so much rent? You,
Exactly,
me,
rent bhi hai.
She's like, oh, so you want to move in together because you want to save on the
money.
rent? I'm like, no, I like you also. You could be a good, interesting flatmate to have. And that's how it started. And so Bombay is one of the major reasons for us to come this close.
And are we going to see you both working together again? It's been
We
a
have
while.
if we have this production company together,
Yeah.
we'd love to work together, but we have to find the right script. I feel like we worked once together, and though we enjoyed making the film, the outcome of it wasn't the best. So we want to be sure what we do together, and I feel like rather than doing a serious film, I want to do a comedy with her.
Yeah.
Where we are playing off each other. That would be a lot of fun. So yeah, this office is now finding a script.
But scripts do come kya for both of you?
Not for both of us, just for like
Haan.
like maybe a sibling duo or whatever. So one is figuring, one is trying. One would want to, definitely. Not because of any other reason, just because I really enjoy her as an actor. I think her choices are very interesting. So that just wants me to want to work with her.
Saqib, I'm really looking forward to what you do next.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank
Likewise.
you. And belated happy birthday again.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Saqib Saleem and you're watching me on News 18.